Good afternoon, all you fabulous people. Just wanted to check in on the market. It's been a few days and some crazy things have happened. Namely, the Kasai over the weekend was up to $800. None have sold though. The last one sold was 430. I saw some move on Facebook for around 400, 450. I think this is a wait and see price still. I don't see it being 600, but it is a popular thing, and there's only now there's four. There was three listings on the market earlier. But I have not seen any of these move recently. Just keep an eye on this. All right, I'm trying to. I think the Betsy Marvel is still coming down. I think around $100 for the adult is probably a good price. Olympia, I also see coming down a little bit. Probably 130 would be my guess where it settles. The young adult or the young ones continue to drop. Betsy and Olympia, I think, have found their bottom. I could see them maybe 45 or 40 in a few more weeks, but 50 is a good price for these. These are good looking cards. KO especially, I think, is kind of a pickup right now. He's really strong in Blitz, especially. Victor and Kasai, I think, are just holding a premium because of their. Victor is really good, and Kasai, I think, is just one of the best arts in the game on this. I think the Victor Adult Marvel is probably undervalued. I think he's really strong. He's won, I think, a couple events. Namely, that was Blitz, I think. But I think this is one of the best looking adult Marvels. Him, Olympia, and Kasai, I think, are the best looking adults. But yeah, these Marvels are continuing to come down. Just keep an eye on them. They're great cards. 1 and 2 cases, and the adults apparently are a little bit rarer than that, so they warrant the price tag. Next, we got the legendaries. The Apex Bonebreaker was up to $95 over the weekend. A couple sold at that price for the rainbow foil. It was $75 this morning or so. This card has exceeded expectations. I think this is due to KO hype as well as it's just a good card. Blocking with a 6 and giving it a might token for your next turn is really good. Balance is held out right around that 76 mark the whole time. I think it stabilized there. I could see it maybe going up if around RTN if it proves in more decks. I think the more I think about this card, I think it's better than Crown in a lot of matchups. I'd keep your eye out on it. 200 for the cold foil, probably a fair price at this point. I could see it going a little higher, but I don't see it much lower than 175, which it was a little bit. Grains has come up a little bit to $70. I think this, I've said this before, I think this is one of the best legendaries in the game. I think every warrior runs this, unless you're doing like combo Bolton or something. It's just so good to carry your resource, especially if you're running blue heavy decks. Great card. The two Guardian L's, I think, the gauntlets are being undervalued a little bit, I think. I think this is because Kasai and KO are stealing the show as far as hype and fan favorites right now. But I think the gauntlets are really good. The Arm Aegis, that's right where I expect it to be. The cold foil, I think, is still overpriced. I'd look for it around $50 in a couple weeks. It's a Victor specialization, so it can only be used by one hero, so I don't see how this can warrant a $70 price tag, unless they're just that much rarer. Little deal here. One Carrion Husk, he's at 0% sales or 0% and 8 sales, but $95 for a Rainbow Foil Carrion Husk could be pretty good, especially considering the next closest near mint is nearly 120. Might be worth the risk. Up to you though. Alright, my stuff is loading. Sin Packing is $21 for a non-foil. This card, I think, is just used in every brute from now on. It's a 6 attack block 3 that threatens Arsenal and makes it so you can't use it while it's being threatened. Great card. I think this price tag is warranted. Maybe even goes up a little bit if KO or Rhino or Levia wins another event. Um, the Majestics as a whole have gone way down. I think now would be time to pick up some of these that are a dollar and under. I think a lot of these cards are still good. They're just not as good as some of the others. The higher priced Majestics are loading. Runner is about $13. I think it's a great card. Commanding performance still good. No Fear. I'd keep an eye out on this for $5 still. I think this is a great card as well. I put this in Shifted Tide very very close together. But yeah, here's all the Majestics that have settled a little bit. The Figments have the non-foils mainly have gone up since the Prism won Battle Hardened in Liverpool this past weekend. This has gone from $8 to $24, and the rest have been shifted about $1 to $3. The Marvels have yet to follow. They've even dropped a little bit from last time. Might be worth looking at playset here shortly. Light of Soul was used in that same deck. $130 for the rainbow foil, and the cold foil I think is about $250. This card I think is a wait and see. I don't think it's that great, but it showed promise in the deck, and it won a battle hardened. So what more can you say? Vestige was also in that in that deck for $25. I think this is still a pretty good pickup. The cold foil I think is about 50, 53. It got inflated a little bit. It was about 35, 40 before the win. So I think it's still, you can get Vestige for a decent price. The Luminaris cold foil has gone terminal, about $70. I think this is a wait and see because it's off the hype. I don't think it's that rare as like a legendary, but the non-foil is about $3. I think it's a good pickup for that, to run that until the cold foil cools down in the future. Similarly, Great Library of Solana has gone crazy because the Prism win. 178 for the rainbow foil, or 185 for the rainbow foil, and the cold foil is about 335. That's a little market update. I'd wait and see on these. Have a good day. Bye.